Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. In today's JASMY video, we're going to see that uptick in the volume, but most importantly, the price itself. Is the price going to continue to soar up in a bull rally, or is it going to come down to areas of support? But let's dive right in to find out. Heading over to our weekly time frame here, we can see that JASMY is trading at 0.03272. Again, we are still kind of phasing out or playing out this hammer candlestick. However, we do see an uptick in the volume, but most importantly, the expansion of this candlestick body at the very top. One of you guys had mentioned in the comments yesterday, sometimes candlesticks don't really work. I'm a true believer in the candlesticks because it does show us some of the push in terms of the buyers and the sellers. Is most importantly here, when the candlesticks do form, when you go into smaller time frames, you're able to kind of see who was more dominant in that. And I can talk forever in terms of candlesticks, but for this video, I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. So we are still playing out this hammer candlestick observed at the very bottom, which is a reversal candlestick, but the actual test is going to be in next week's candle if we're able to see a bullish green candlestick. After the hammer candlestick, it is going to give us signals that this bull rally is still going to continue, most importantly coming down to this area of support of the 20 moving average. Now, if we take a look at some of our indicators here, the RSI is still sitting around 51%, very neutral here. Ideally, we do want to come up to at least the 55, most likely around the signal line here to see a crossover that will give us our golden bullish signal. In terms of the MACD indicator, week after week have seen the histograms getting smaller in size, so we're seeing the momentum kind of cooling down, of course, from that high that we received here in December. Areas of support here again is going to be around that 20 moving average. If we do see a close below that, price may come down to this area of resistance that was an area of support prior, around 0.025. In terms of resistance here, we are going to show as the 38 as immediate resistance. Closing above it could target the price at 0.037. So heading over to our daily time frame here, we can see that the price itself is climbing closer to our moving averages, again known as an area of resistance. So immediate resistance here is laying at 0.033. If we're able to climb up to this level, close above it, then our next target is going to be capped up from this previous resistance at 0.036, and then ultimately that 4 cents that we saw at that double bottom chart pattern that failed, which is unfortunate. But taking a look at a few of our indicators here, we do see this bullish crossover from our RSI, from our signal line here, crossing above it. So this may give us that push, that bull rally that we want to see, especially closer to the area of resistance. And if momentum does build up here in terms of the bulls, we do see possible momentum slowing down in terms of the sellers, especially here. Yesterday, we experienced a lot of selling here. So very, very positive. The only thing here in today's candlestick that we do see, the body itself really has no wick as well. So we're seeing that push between the bulls and the bears. They're basically equal here. Again, if we're able to close up above the 0.033, next target here is going to be this previous resistance at 0.036. In terms of areas of support here, support, if we kind of zoom out, is probably going to be these lower wicks itself around 0.028 if we do see any failure to hold. Going into immediate short term here for 4 hours does really show promising momentum building up. We can see that the Bollinger Bands are getting smaller, but now they're widening up in an angled, that's an upward angle itself. Now, as we can see, the price is bouncing and holding very closely near our moving averages. So in the last 4-hour segments, it was being used as a good area of support. We're seeing this beautiful green candlestick formation. If we do see the opening up of our Bollinger Bands, that means higher volatility here. Price is going to move fairly quickly. Originally, we saw that compression here of our Bollinger Bands and then that tight little pinch. We saw a breakout. Ideally, we did want this breakout to kind of expand, or the Bollingers kind of expand. So just be treading very, very lightly here. Immediate resistance are these higher wicks that we had found at 0.033. And just for targets here, I'm just going to lay out this Fibonacci level. So next area of resistance we can see is at that 100% of 0.033. Areas of support, we can see a lot of lower wicks kind of tapping down to the 61% of our Fibonacci. That's closer to the 20 moving average. So that would be our next area of support of 0.030. We do see this bullish crossover as well in the RSI, 63%. So we are in bullish territory, and the MACD indicator is showing a little bit more momentum itself. If we do want to ideally break through this area of resistance, we will need to see the MACD indicator show us more promising momentum coming up around that 42 signal from this small little bar. So momentum is building, but is it going to be enough to break through this area of resistance? Keep in mind too, as the correction came down, this is going to be the test of the resistance. Be very, very cautious as well if you are looking into getting into JASMY. Confirmation of a breakout will need to show a confirmation of the resistance turned into support to further along this rally. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for showing your love. Again, this is the reason why I do these videos every day as much as I can, is because of you guys. Huge, huge hearts for you, and like and subscribe if you enjoy the content as well. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.